Here are 3 things I will not do as a neuroscientist and brain coach in order to protect my mindset. Number 1 is watching negative, horrifying, or toxic TV. Scary shows at night can elevate cortisol and disrupt sleep, and quality sleep is one of the most important things for brain health. Toxic TV just normalizes toxic behavior. That stuff gets wired into your brain and becomes your mindset. I don't watch the news either. That doesn't mean I'm ignorant. I just get the information elsewhere. Number 2 is listen to or sing lyrics that I do not want to claim. Listening to music actually activates neuroplasticity and the brain's ability to rewire. So the lyrics that you sing when you're listening to music are actually being wired in even more than if you were to just say them, especially because music often ties emotion to it as well, which activates even more plasticity. There is science showing that sad music can be helpful for processing emotions, so I do that if necessary. And number 3 is judge myself or judge other people. One of the most important things I've learned about mental health and mindset is that whatever you are judging other people about is linked to something that you are judging yourself about internally. And when I stop judging other people for their flaws and imperfections, I stop judging my own. And as I give myself more grace and forgiveness, I find that I give other people that as well. And we just need more of that in the world, so I encourage you to join me. As a neuroscientist, I always make sure to get sunlight in my face first thing in the morning because it boosts dopamine and sets a biological clock for melatonin release at night. The sun also boosts serotonin, which helps us feel happy and relieve stress. As we move into the winter months, there's less sunlight available, which leaves me feeling less productive and tired. Some science-backed tips to combat this seasonal change in mental state are 1, to get regular exercise to boost dopamine, 2, to engage in social activities and daily gratitude to boost your serotonin, and 3, to make an extra effort to spend time outdoors when the sun is out. The Weather Channel app is my fave because it helps me track sunny days and make the most of the benefits of the sun in the winter months. I highly recommend downloading the Weather Channel app so you can make the most of your sun time too. Here's some things that I do every single morning as a neuroscientist. First thing is exercise. Exercise is without a doubt one of the most important things you can do for your brain. Exercise boosts dopamine, norepinephrine, and endocannabinoids, so you get focus, energy, and you get a natural high. Second thing is meditation. There are many different forms of meditation, but there is really no substitute for sitting with your eyes closed and watching your thoughts float by and practicing letting them go. Over time, meditation quiets the default mode network, which are the areas of the brain that are responsible for mind wandering and overthinking. It'll also improve your memory and focus, and slow brain aging. Then I set my intentions for the day, because how can you expect to get what you want out of your day if you don't state what you want out of your day? And then the last non-negotiable is taking my brain enhancing supplements and adaptogens. Also caffeine, because caffeine is a cognitive enhancer. I personally like to combine L-theanine with caffeine. L-theanine boosts all the ways in the brain so you get more of a sense of flow, and also helps remove the jitteriness and anxiety that I can get from caffeine. I also usually take rhodiola, lion's mane, and ginkgo. They are incredible for the brain and help improve focus. You can check the caption if you're interested in my recommendations for those supplements. Have a wonderful day. You want to activate your brain and make it stronger? Let's play this brain game. It's called Hunt the Rabbit, and it's really difficult. So you have a gun that shoots love, and then you have a bunny, and then you switch. So boom. It's hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. I got into a debate with a monk about the meaning of life. Last year when I was living in Arizona, I started going to this temple. And full disclosure, I'm pretty sure this monk had a crush on me. He asked me for my phone number and we would text a lot. But anyway, so I was going to this temple for a while. I really liked it because of the meditation style, and they really liked me because I was bringing my neuroscience knowledge to the spiritual side. But it started to go downhill kind of rather quickly. So there was this one day at the temple, right? And this monk, he said to me that the meaning of life, the reason why this physical reality exists, and the reason why we are all here is to suffer. Like, the purpose of this physical reality is suffering. And I just could not disagree more. Like, yes, there are hardships and suffering, but also life is so beautiful. And I really truly believe that we are here to have fun. Life is supposed to be fun. We are here to experience joy as well. And so I told the monk that, and we went back and forth for a bit. I actually ended up leaving the temple that day and just straight up walking away from the monk because he was being so unreasonable, which is honestly so crazy. It gave me a whole new view of monks. But yeah, I stopped going to that temple after that. But for now, I will just leave you with this message that life is supposed to be fun. Here are 3 ways to strengthen your prefrontal cortex to improve impulse control, decision-making, regulating your emotions, and working memory. Number 1 is meditation. Meditation increases the thickness of your prefrontal cortex, and it also alters the connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. And the amygdala is really important for processing negative emotions, fear, and anxiety. So meditation allows us to better regulate our emotions and helps with impulse control. Number 2 is reading. Reading requires a lot of sustained focus and attention, and over time, continuous activation of the prefrontal cortex will strengthen it. Number 3 is to learn something new or play memory games. I personally make this really fun and challenge myself to learn the lyrics of new songs that I like. And number 4 is to be optimistic or practice gratitude. Positivity or gratitude activate reward pathways in the brain, which then activates the prefrontal cortex. They also increase dopamine, which will help with motivation and focus. And always remember that strengthening the brain happens over time, so try to build some of these things into your routine. Have fun strengthening! If you use technology a lot or your job requires you to stare at a screen all day, your brain needs you to try the 20-20-20 rule. The 20-20-20 rule helps reduce eye strain and symptoms associated with too much screen time. The rule says that every 20 minutes you look at something 20 feet away from you for about 20 seconds. This will also help reduce stress and anxiety because widening your gaze relaxes the nervous system. Here's some adaptogens and supplements I personally love for reducing brain fog and the science behind why. Number 1 is rhodiola rosea, and it is number 1 for a reason. Rhodiola increases dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine, and norepinephrine, which are all amazing for increasing focus, attention, mental clarity, and mood. The next 2 supplements are alpha-GPC and huperzine A. These both work to increase the activity of acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter in the brain really helpful for working memory. Poor working memory is often a symptom of brain fog. The last 2 are adaptogens, which are compounds found in plants, and they are ginkgo biloba and bacopa monnieri. And both of those increase the activity of acetylcholine, which is really important for working memory. And lastly, not a supplement, but any food or water that decreases inflammation or really helps me with brain fog. And drop a comment about what helps you with your brain fog. Let's spread the wealth. Had to interject, stay tuned for part 2. I'll go into habits and things you can do that are not supplements to reduce your brain fog. Here are 3 neuroscience-backed ways to boost dopamine. Number 1 is to exercise, especially in the morning. You'll get dopamine and endocannabinoids, which give you a natural high. Number 2 is to go on a gratitude rampage. For the same reason we don't get super angry when one little thing happens, we don't usually become extremely happy when one little good thing happens. Going on a gratitude rampage causes a spillover effect, which really helps boost my mood. Number 3 is to eat tyrosine-rich foods. Tyrosine is important for the production of dopamine. You need the right ingredients to make the recipe. If you want to learn more about boosting dopamine and have a chronically happy mindset, go to the link in my bio because I have a course now. It's called Mood Boost to the Moon. It's packed with habits, routines, supplements, foods, ways to rewire your brain, and more. One of the best things you can do for brain health and longevity is get deep, restorative sleep. So here are some neuroscience-backed tips to do just that. Number 1 is don't spend time in your bed unless you are sleeping. Our brains love to make associations and connections with the environment so that it can work more efficiently. Help your brain help your sleep and make the association with your bed sleep. It'll make it way easier to fall asleep. Number 2 is to listen to sleep frequencies while you sleep. Delta waves are associated with deep sleep, and delta binaural beats have been shown in studies to increase the amount of time we spend in deep sleep and decrease the amount of time it takes to fall asleep. Tip number 3 is supplementing with magnesium and L-theanine. Magnesium has muscle relaxing properties and is stress reducing and increases the production of GABA. And GABA is a neurotransmitter in the brain responsible for inhibition and slowing activity. L-theanine also increases GABA and the power of alpha waves in the brain. And alpha waves are really important for being in a calm, relaxed state. Lastly, have a consistent sleep schedule. Our bodies create melatonin at night in order to fall asleep. And having a regular, consistent sleep schedule tells your body when to create the melatonin so that you can fall asleep at the time that you want to. Here are 4 ways I boost motivation and mood as a neuroscientist. Number 1 is to set positive expectations because expecting a reward actually increases dopamine. I do this every single morning before I even get out of bed. I say, today I am prepared to be surprised by unexpected blessings and opportunities coming my way. But make sure you pay attention to all the beautiful things throughout your day so that you don't reward prediction error yourself. Number 2 is to set daily or weekly achievable goals for myself. Setting goals and working toward them increases dopamine, and then achieving them will create positive momentum that will increase motivation. I don't set them too big because that can be self-deprecating and have the opposite effect. And then number 3 is positive affirmations. I do them when theta brainwave activity is high, and that's because that's the best time to rewire our brain. Theta brainwave activity is high right as we're waking up in the morning, as we're falling asleep at night, and during meditation. And number 4 is to go to the link in my bio because I have a new mini course out called Mood Boost to the Moon. I go over habits, routines, supplements, foods, vitamins, ways to rewire your brain, and more. Sending you all the love. Here are 3 neuroscience-backed diet tips for peak brain health and function. Number 1 is to regulate your glucose levels. Glucose spikes can cause unwanted mood fluctuations and speed up aging. Number 2 is to limit my carb intake early in the day, especially as someone with ADHD. Eating a lot of carbs boosts serotonin, which makes you want to relax and not do anything. And number 3 is to go check my newest YouTube video because I actually go through everything that I eat in a day. Link is in my bio. Love you. So Soulja Boy actually knew the philosophy to life based on neuroscience, and let me tell you what. So you know when Soulja Boy said, hop up out the bed, turn my swag on, took a look in the mirror and say, what's up? He was actually onto something. Was thinking about the things that he does, and they're actually backed by neuroscience, and they're the things that I talk about it, so just let me explain. So the first thing he does is he hops out the bed and he turns the swag on, and the first thing you should absolutely do is hop out the bed and turn your swag on and say, I'm prepared to be surprised by the amazing day I'm about to have, or today is going to be an amazing day. Get your swag turned on. And then he says he takes a look in the mirror and says, what's up? And this is the crazy part because something I actually talk about to increase dopamine and self-confidence and self-love and motivation is to do mirror work in the morning. Specifically, give yourself a high five in the mirror. Forces your brain to associate that dopamine that you're getting from the high five with the image of you in the mirror. So absolutely look in the mirror and say, what's up? And then he says, hey, I'm getting money. And absolutely, we should be saying that because why would we not want to wire that into our brains first thing in the morning? Because theta activity is high first thing in the morning, and that means our brain is more easily rewired. And so that is the best time to tell ourselves that we are getting money.